Welcome back to Keepin It Detroit. We are at the US event for entrepreneurs by entrepreneurs, and we are joined by a fellow entrepreneur, Tara with Dust and Gray.
Yes.
And we are so happy to have her here. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
This is my favorite part when we get to eat.
Oh yeah.
That part.
Yeah.
Just forget all the questions. We're just gonna sit here and eat.
No,
and then
please
you just tell us
do.
no.
I can talk. I can do all the talking. That's fine.
No, but it's just meeting someone who has a jam company.
Yeah, you know.
How fun is that? Where did this idea spring from? Have you just always loved jam?
Well, funny no, and I actually don't really eat it.
Oh.
It started as a stress relieving hobby, and made a bunch of our friends and gave it away and didn't think much of it. And about a week later, my friends kind of came out of the woodwork and asked for more, and it just started like that. In 2011, I moved back to Detroit and did the same thing, just kept making it and giving it away. And someone finally said, you know, people will pay you for this. Like, stop giving it away.
Yeah, you got a whole business going on.
Shout out to that friend.
It didn't even register.
Shout out to that friend.
So I got into a farmer's market, a local farmer's market, and it was on a Sunday, and I set up and I bought the tent and all the stuff. And I remember sitting there and I was like, what the hell am I doing? Oh my God, what a mistake. And about 20 minutes later, I had my first customer. And then the next time I did the farmer's market, I had my first repeat customer. And then, so I did the first year just kind of making it out of my home as a side hustle.
People were coming back.
They were.
Where is the jam?
Like right off the get-go. So I followed Michigan cottage industry, so made it out of my house for the first year, and then I decided to try to figure out how to get it into stores. So I figured that out, and I was renting the back prep area of a kitchen in the Cass Corridor, and got into my first store, which is DeVries in Eastern Market. And in 2015, I had a really freak accident, so I didn't walk for about 7 months. I managed to shatter my ankles.
Wow.
And from that, just a little bit of a leap of faith to not go back to work and to try to do this full time. And now we're in about 600 stores.
Amazing.
It's a new saying. It's not turning lemons into lemonade. You turned fruit into jam.
Yeah.
Your stress into success. Like that
I
is
love
such
that.
an inspiring story.
Yeah, well, it's funny because it used to be my stress reliever, and now it's the thing that brings all my stress.
Oh my goodness. Well,
And
so
no,
you learned the process of becoming an entrepreneur.
I did.
Right.
And it's still very odd to me when people are like, what do you do for a living? I'm like, I make jam. What? I
Seriously.
make jam.
Not a joke.
No, I shove fruit and stuff into jars.
That's
What?
amazing.
Yeah.
And what does that process look like? Briefly, like show us like how do you make jam?
You know, I think a lot of people think it's just this really simple, charming thing, but it's really a lot of physical labor and a lot of time. I mean, I work in anywhere between, depending on the pots, 15 pounds to like 40 pounds of food at a time. And it's like the stirring and making sure it doesn't burn. And I definitely have like burns over my arms. I don't think I own anything that doesn't have jam splatter all over it.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah.
It's like a painter. It's like a painter. You paint everywhere.
Yeah.
You're artist.
Splatter
You're
art.
artist.
Speaking of Sweet Jesus, that is one of the brand. Is that one of the brand flavors?
Yeah, so it's
Talk to us about it.
kind of started out as a joke, but as I morphed into like getting like real professional labels, I kind of thought it would be fun to have each jam has its own name, so it has like its own personality.
Yeah.
It's also worked for me as far as marketing as well.
So this one
That's
has sweet jalapeno jam.
So it's jalapeno.
Let me try some sweet
sugar.
Jesus.
It's
On
our
my
number
plate.
2 bestseller. It won a National Good Food Award a couple of years ago for being one of the best jams in the country.
I'm going to hold it up just a little bit. Take a little bit more.
And I like to call these jam brags, but we have 5 National Good Food Awards, and they're really hard to get. So, toot toot.
So what is best to put it on? Like what is best to spread
You know,
it on?
that is really good on cheese, baked brie, burger, sausage, chicken, pork, hamburgers, kind of anything on the savory.
So right now, can I try it on this cracker? You think
can.
that'll be good?
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wanna try
and
some
then I'm
cheeses.
gonna go ahead and reach over here to the smoked cranberry. Talk
That
about
sounds very
that a little
interesting.
bit. Whole grain mustard.
Yeah, so that's the only mustard that we do, and that is a recipe that I created. I really tweaked. I made several batches. My poor husband, I was like, try this. What does this need? And I really like making that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet Jesus
Oh.
has a kick to it.
Oh yeah, and it's so funny because some people are like, you know, your jalapeno jam needs to be spicier. I'm like, it's all jalapeno. Like, what do you
It is
want me
pretty
to
spicy, but it is
do?
very good.
Yeah.
I do want to try it on the cheese.
Yeah.
What can we put the smoked cranberry on?
You know, if you try it, I always say it's like Thanksgiving dinner.
Ah.
It kind of explodes in your mouth. So definitely think anything turkey. It's great on salmon. It's great on chicken.
What about this watermelon?
sandwiches. You know what? I think the floozy right there. She's our little drug George Peach. Might be good if you want to do it with some fruit.
Well, first, Andre, try that smoked cranberry for us.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try
What should I
some
try it
floozy.
on?
I would try it on the cracker.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Or maybe with some cheese too.
And this is the one that explodes in your mouth, right?
Yeah, because it's got the whole
Andre, be careful now.
mustard seed.
Now, white shirt.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I thought you were talking about careful with my language.
That too. Both.
You have an interesting way of how you describe things. But no, here we go.
Is it Thanksgiving?
Really good.
Is it growing on you?
It's growing on me.
Yeah.
It's like, it's a process of how it grows on you. Like you bite into it more.
It hit you. Okay, now I'm gonna Tara.
Oh, yeah.
We're already
Oh, yeah.
close enough. I gotta
Okay.
try this. Now.
Okay.
It was the face.
I told you this is
That
one of my
was a
favorite
good
part.
place.
So, you're in 600 stores. How can people, where can people go to get more information, where they can shop and buy theirs?
I mean, obviously our website, gusandgray.com. A lot of local stores. We're in all the Krogers in the state of Michigan, the Western markets, the Bushes, the specialty markets for Meyer. Locally, we're at Eastern Market on Saturdays. That's going to be your best price value.
This is awesome.
Thank you.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
I love us.
I love
think
this.
we're good.
At this us event. For entrepreneurs, by entrepreneurs.
Now
Yes.
I want to put it on a peanut butter
Yeah.
and jam sandwich.
Yeah.
Got to.
Yeah, and it is not jelly, it is jam.
It is
Easy
jam.
Jam.
Yes.
Charles, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having
Keeping
me.
it real.
Yeah.
And
Keepin' It Detroit.
Keeping it
Oh,
Detroit.
of course.
We'll see you at Eastern Market.